How we doing, guys? Welcome to another Mamemeister look at. Now I'm not reviewing a white towel, you'll be glad to know. If you've looked at the title of the video, which presumably you have, unless you've got a habit of just going in and looking at random videos with no idea of what it's about, you'll know I'm going to be looking at this thing. Yep, a black slab. Now this thing is an Android tablet with some built-in controls. Now the light is really bad in here, so I apologise in advance, but you know what, I'm not going to, this isn't a review of from a technical point of view, it's going to be letting you see the games. It's a Android powered tablet with some controls bolted on. Now I don't know how this is actually focusing or not. You've got one analog stick up here, you've got another analog stick here, you've got 4 buttons here. You've got your start, select, back, whatever it is. You've got this button here, I'll show you that in a second, and you've got your button which is exits. You've got a nice wee gamepad. At the top here you've also got 1, 2, so it's the L button 1 and L button 2. But like I said, I just want to let you see this. I did buy a shield, an Nvidia shield, a while back, which I absolutely raved about. The shield is an amazing piece of hardware. It looks like a clamshell Xbox controller type thing. Super powerful, way more powerful than this thing. I mean, you can play your PC games and that kind of stuff on it. You can stream various games onto it. The biggest problem for me is a tiny wee screen. Now, I did have a shot of one of these before and I was initially put off with there's not a lot of grip on the little analog sticks. I've got quite dry hands, so I find that my thumb tends to slide off it. What I'm going to do is try and get some sort of piece of rubber that I can glue onto it. But anyway, enough of my sort of warbling here. Let's try the games.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
So you can move it about, like so.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I am there to keep you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Now I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but the sound in this game is just perfect. The graphics are certainly higher res than they would be on the N64. But I think it's a 7-inch screen, it's absolutely glorious. It's really vibrant, it just looks gorgeous. And it's got stereo speakers as well. So there you go, you can see it just looks perfect. Yeah. So anyway, listen, that is N64 one. Let's just come out with that. I'll just let the demo play in this actually, it's easier. But it runs absolutely flawlessly. I mean, the scrolling is just silky smooth. Sound is perfect. Now I know you can actually overclock this thing, but I really don't see any point in doing so because it plays everything that I've thrown at it just perfectly. Yeah, that's the Mega Drive. Absolutely spot on. Okay, this is the Commodore Amiga. Now I've got to say, obviously being a computer, the Amiga, even with a PC, can sometimes take a wee bit of messing about to get working, and it's no different for this. I had to get I had to kind of mess about quite a bit to get a game to actually work properly, but this will let you see just how capable the machine is of actually doing the Amiga. I'm going to turn this light out actually, just oops, it is it. That's better. There's the first baddie. Wait a minute, am I missing something? Alright. Use keys to open doors. There seems to be a complete... there we go. I was beginning to wonder. I think I was actually beginning to wonder if I was on this ship myself. But you can see when it does work, the emulation is absolutely spot on. I'm trying to play this looking through a tiny little viewfinder on the camera, so it's not the easiest. Anyway, yep, that is the Commodore Amiga, guys. Okay, next one, this is the Game Boy Color and Game Boy. Both, this one emulator plays everything, so this is the Game Boy. Let's go for classic Tetris. Oh, a minute, that's not the music that I know and love. Right, it seems to have picked a different type of music. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But it plays a pixel perfect version of Tetris because it's obviously running the actual code of the Game Boy. But it just looks amazing on the big screen. I really can't emphasise enough how lovely the screen looks. It just feels completely wrong with that tune though. Yeah, that's the Game Boy. Let's go for a Game Boy Color. So we go no, and then we go dunk dunk, and we go Game Boy Color. Let's just pick anything. Ghosts and Goblins. Never actually seen Ghosts and Goblins on the Game Boy Color. It's actually not bad. Whoa, what the hell, how did I manage that? Oops. Yeah, that's the Game Boy Color. Okay, this is the Atari 2600. Whoops, I've just pressed the wrong button there. And the emulation is absolutely spot on. I'm going to zoom in a wee bit like so. How do we start? Does it start? I can't remember. This was the first game I ever saw, and it made me want to get an Atari 2600, but there was no way my mum and dad were going to buy me one. And I had 112 games with it as well. So yeah, absolutely pixel perfect emulation of Atari 2600. Okay, this is the C64 one, and this is a mighty Cavalon. Let's start it. Oops. I've got to say the emulation of the C64 is brilliant. It runs tape images, it runs T64 images, it runs discs, it runs cartridges. You get loading screens with tapes as well, so it's really a full-on nostalgia experience. Ah, bollocks. Anyway, that's the C64. Okay, this is the Atari 8-bit. And again, it's just perfect. Now, one thing that I've completely forgotten to mention about this is you can plug any external, you can link it up to any external HDMI TV, you should link it up to a TV using HDMI. I've not actually tried it yet, but I know my mate's tried it and he says it's really good. But you know what, when you've got a lovely big screen like this, it's not something that you really bother about too much. Now, one thing when you buy one of these, like any emulator, you've got to spend a bit of time getting it all working properly. You know, it's not like buying a PSP where it just works out the tin. You've got to invest a wee bit of time in it, but it's not difficult, especially if you go for these emulators that I mentioned before. So that's the Atari 8-bit. And this is the SNES. And I should actually turn the sound down because I know Nintendo don't really like us putting their games on YouTube. But you can take it from me, the sound is absolutely perfect. Again, trying to play looking through a 2-inch viewfinder is not for the faint-hearted. It's been a long time since I played this game, I have to say. I can't even remember. I'm going to crash. Anyway, that's just nice. Okay, yep, Neo Geo. Just looks awesome. I can't say too many times how amazing this screen of this thing is. And the best thing about this machine is it's I think it's £130, but you can get a discount code quite readily available, so it's 120 quid. So if you're looking just to buy a tablet and you just want the nice side effect of being able to play games, then this is your man. But if you want a machine, a portable emulator machine, then this is the thing to go for. That's the Neo Geo. Okay, this is, what one is this? This is the Game Boy Advance. I'll just zoom out a wee bit. start. It's actually easy to forget just how advanced the Game Boy Advance actually was. I mean, the graphics are really, really good. And again, the emulation of this is absolutely spot on. Woof, take that. I'm not too keen on the tune, it's kind of like a remix. Anyway, that is the Game Boy Advance. Again, absolutely spot on. And here we go. Don't need anybody to tell you that this is my favourite game of all time. This is the mighty Robotron, and this is in MAME. Whoops, what have I done there? Oh, bollocks. I've just pressed the wrong button. Let me come out. I do apologise. Exit. Yes, let's go back in again. Okay, this is the mighty Robotron, and no, it hasn't crashed. This is just booting up. So, and this is in MAME obviously. And it uses twin sticks, so it plays really, really good. Let's try and see if I can play it through the screen. This is going to be tricky. Yeah, I really need to look at the screen to play this. But the emulation for MAME is just absolutely spot on. Let's take a look at another game. Exit game, yes. Whoops, how does it? Exit game, yep. Let's go for... let's try Outrun. Now, there's actually a whole lot more games that this obviously supports, but I've actually just hidden most of them. I've just kind of got my favourite games. So here we go. Now the emulation of this game maybe it isn't as good as it could be, but you know what, all in all, it's not half bad. I'm not sure how do we change, how do we accelerate, how do we change, go up a gear. Right, I'm not sure how to change gears. I'm not too sure. Anyway, it gives you an idea of how it looks, how it plays. Now there is actually two versions of MAME. There's a pink version which I'm playing, that plays a lot more modern games. Then there's a blue version which only plays less games, but it plays stuff like Outrun probably slightly better, but I've got both on this actually. So anyway, that is MAME, and it's rather nice. This is the PC Engine. This is a completely random game that I've picked, so I've got absolutely no idea. It looks well dodgy, it looks like that guy's got no clothes on, but anyway. Take it from me, the emulation of this again is absolutely spot on. trust me to pick a duff game, but anyway. Get off. I've got to jump beforehand. Ah. I don't know why I can't get up there. Anyway guys, that's the PC Engine, and as is, take it from me, the emulation's absolutely spot on again. Okay, this is the PlayStation, and the emulation of this is just second to none, it really is. You really wouldn't know that this was running on a handheld. Just plays absolutely awesomely. This is a lovely game. A long time again since I played this. But this just kind of gives you an indication of just how powerful this little handheld is. There we go, that is the Sony PlayStation, and it's just spectacular in this. Okay, I don't need to tell you anything about this game. I think the tune says it all. Yep, and this is obviously the Spectrum. Oops, I've just... And it again plays perfectly. Again, the Spectrum can sometimes be a bit of a finicky system to emulate, but it works really well in this, and it's dead easy to use as well. Ah, bollocks. Arse. Anyway. Bunk! That is the ZX Spectrum. Perfect, absolutely perfect again. This is the NES, and I've got to say the NES games look really good in this. They really do. Yeah, they just suit this kind of screen perfectly. Ah, right, okay, so you jump like so. Ah, bugger off. Get off. Try and look through the viewfinder to keep the screen straight, but yeah, take it from me guys, this plays perfectly. It's a system I've never really liked, but playing on a sort of handheld like this, it's really superb. Yep, NES guys. Right, this is MSX. Now it does, whoops, I don't want to exit. It does do the MSX1 and also MSX2. It's actually not a bad version of Galaxian of this. Yep, that is the MSX. Okay, and the very last system, guys, is the Neo Geo Pocket. It does colour Neo Geo Pocket and also black and white one. Apparently this is actually meant to be quite a good version of whatever it is, Fatal Fury. Or is it King of Fighters? I didn't actually pay much attention to when I was loading the game there. But hopefully guys, this gives you a decent view of just how capable this little machine is. If you're wanting a portable system to play old classic games, then I really can't recommend it highly enough. I mean, I did have the NVIDIA Shield, but I would say this is a lot better. It might not be quite as powerful as it is, but the screen in this is to die for, it really is. It'll cost you £116, I'll put the link below where I got it from. Battery life, it isn't brilliant, you'll maybe get, I don't know, a couple of hours out of it, but obviously you can pick yourself up a nice big charger cable like I have.
As usual guys, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and as usual, thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for watching my Mamemeister channel. Please feel free to like, comment or subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter.